act is coordinated by the one and only Nitin Jain and performed by Arisha Shah, Avantika Jain, Hridhan Sangvi, Ishaan Desai, Karm Shah, Kashvi Jain, Koyal Mehta, Parshwa Shah, Shaili Haria, Shah, and Sanghvi.
These are our level 4 students who have been learning about Jainism and how its principles guide us on our spiritual journey.
Sometimes, without understanding the deeper purpose behind these teachings, both children and adults may slowly lose interest. But tonight, on this special occasion of Mahavir Janma Kalyanak, they will share not only what they've learned, but why it truly matters.
Their presentation will deepen your understanding of Jainism and show how Pathshala is shaping their thoughts, values, and lives. So please sit back in your seats and give them our full attention.
Okay, Papa, looks like it's time for me to head to my Pathshala class.
Okay, Avantika, if you are going in Pathshala, stay focused and study, Learning about Jainism is very important for you kids.
Yeah, I know, Papa. Don't worry. I will study a lot. Don't worry.
And please give me your phone. You're gonna use the phone in the class. No, please give me the phone. Thank you, Avantika.
Well, now my phone's on. But Papa, what are you going to do while I'm in Pathshala?
Okay, so your class is gonna run for an hour, correct?
Yeah.
So what can I do? You know what? I have to go to Costco. And I need to go to Patel. And also I need to catch up with Mona Auntie and Hemant. We have to make sure all things are going on in JCC properly. So I have a lot of catch up to do with them.
I see. But Papa, okay, so you can do all those things. That's great and all. But while I'm studying for Jainism with my own Atma, you just said that studying Jainism is so important. What about you? What about your studying for Jainism?
Okay, that's a good question, Avantika, that what am I doing for my own Atma while you are in the class. But usually I feel there are two biggest challenges which I feel. First of all, whenever I sit to study our Jainism, I can't focus. It's become very difficult for me to focus. And secondly, what I believe is that Jainism is all about, what to eat, what not to eat, what to do, what not to do. So you know what? You study in the Pathshala and I will do my errands.
But Papa, actually in level 4, we've learned that Jainism is so much more than what to do and what not to do. Actually, we're doing a presentation today. Would you want to sit in a tent and see what we've learned?
I'm not sure, Avantika. You can do a presentation with your friends. If you can excuse me, please.
No, Papa, please, come on. It's just like a few minutes. And I promise you, we will not let your focus go here and there. We will keep you engaged.
Okay, if you promise to keep me engaged, I will sit in the audience and listen to your presentation, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
Good luck to you guys.
So, Jai Jinendra everyone, and welcome Papa as he's going backstage. I hope all of you are doing well on your spiritual journey and are in Sada as we come together to celebrate this auspicious day of Mahavir Janma Kalyanak. So, me and the rest of level 4 want to take you through our journey in Jainism and what we've learned in the past year. Okay, so today we're going to be starting with the 4 Anuyogs, then talking about a fun, short, and powerful story, then talking about the 5 Mahavrat, exploring the Jain universe, and understanding Karm theory and Moksha. Pay attention, because there will be questions after the end of each slide, and if we could get all of your participation, if you want to shout out answers as we ask questions, please feel free to do so. Next slide, please. So starting off, before I start off, I want to ask all of you a question. What do you think is the fastest thing in the universe? Okay, a cheetah. Anything else? Light. Okay. Okay. Sound. Okay. A Lamborghini. Okay. I'm hearing some great guesses. But before I tell you the answer, I want you all to think for a second. Whenever you go and try to sit down and focus on your atma and your soul, do you ever feel that your man and your mind get very easily distracted and your thoughts start going here and there? So that is because your man and your thoughts are the fastest thing in this universe. Our thoughts are kind of like a monkey, always jumping here and there and never fully staying in one place. And our acharyas realized that this really is a common challenge that a lot of us face. So what they did was, they took all of our Jain scriptures and all the knowledge we have and compiled it into 4 separate categories, which we know now as Anuyog, or styles of teaching. The first Anuyog is Pratma Anuyog. Pratma Anuyog are stories, fables, and other ways of storytelling. Charna Anuyog are do's and don'ts, or your conduct. Karna Anuyog are facts and figures. And Dravya Anuyog, which is the ultimate truth, tells us what our soul is like without any sort of filter. So what's important to understand as we go and study these 4 Anuyogs is that they all have their own nuances. For example, in Pratma Anuyog, sometimes certain elements can be a little bit exaggerated to make a point across. For Janma Anuyog, it's important to understand why we're being told to do or not do something rather than just to follow it blindly. Karna Anuyog isn't about just memorizing facts and figures. It's more about understanding what those facts and figures reveal to us. And Dravya Anuyog is especially important because it is the ultimate unfiltered truth. When learning about Dravya Anuyog, it's important to first have a foundation, the other 3, so we don't feel too overwhelmed. Now, throughout this presentation, we'll be talking about different topics that fit into each of these Anuyogs. See if you can identify which topic fits under each Anuyog. And now, I'll be handing it off to Karm to tell you a short story.
Hello everyone, my name is Karm, and for my part of this presentation, I'm going to be showing you the Pratmanyo. My story is going to be about Mahavir Swami. So, as many of you may already know, Mahavir Swami was a Tirthankar with immense knowledge, self-conduct, and empathy for other living beings. Through this, Mahavir Swami has helped many people in their journey to attain moksha. And one of the most important people that he helped was Gautam Swami. Gautam Swami, before he met Mahavir Swami, was a renowned scholar and was known by many. But he was also very arrogant and egotistical because he wanted to be better than everyone else. Because of this, one day, Gautam Swami challenged Mahavir Swami to a debate because Gautam Swami thought that he was smarter and better than Mahavir Swami. And he didn't realize why so many people were following Mahavir Swami. But when Gautam Swami started asking questions and Mahavir Swami answered all of them correctly, Gautam Swami finally realized how important it is to attain Keval Gnan, because Mahavir Swami had Keval Gnan and therefore he knew all the answers. After that, Gautam Swami realized that following Mahavir Swami would be the only way to attain Keval Gnan, and then he did so on the day known as Guru Purnima. On this day also, we know that Gautam Swami became Mahavir Swami's #1 disciple. As Gautam Swami went more in time into Jainism and he started learning more about Jainism, he did many acts of self-conduct, but he still could not attain Keval Gnan because of his intense emotional attachment to Mahavir Swami. Because of this, Gautam Swami got sad when all the other disciples of Mahavir Swami were attaining Keval Gyan. But then on the day of Diwali, the day that Mahavir Swami attained moksha, Gautam Swami, after an immense emotional shock of realizing that Mahavir Swami had gone to Keval Gyan, gone to moksha, finally realized that there was no need for his emotional attachment to Mahavir Swami. And then after that, he attained Keval Gyan at the age of 81. Then, at the age of 95, he attained moksha. Thank you for listening to my part of this presentation. Now I'll hand it to Koyal to ask a few questions.
Thanks, Karm. Now, I'll be asking you guys some questions about the story. So first, who was Gautam Swami before he became a disciple of Mahavir? That's correct. Before becoming a disciple of Mahavir, Gautam Swami was a well-respected Vedic scholar. He had many students and was known for his knowledge and intelligence. Now, what emotion prevented Gautam Swami from attaining Keval Gyan earlier?
Attachment.
Yeah, I think I heard attachment. His attachment to Mahavir Swami prevented him from attaining Keval Gyan earlier. Although he deeply loved his teacher, that attachment acted as a final obstacle for him to overcome in order to attain Keval Gyan. Lastly, how did Gautam Swami feel when other disciples attained enlightenment before him? Yeah.
He was confused, sad why they are attaining Keval Gyan before him.
Yeah, he was hurt and disappointed. He was wondering why all the other disciples were attaining Keval Gyan, but not him. So, thank you. And now, Ishaan's going to be talking about the next topic.
Thank you.
Jai Jinendra, everyone, and I'm going to be talking about the 5 Mahavrats. The 5 Mahavrats help us, when followed, have an ethical and disciplined life. Now, the 5 Mahavrats are Ahimsa, Satya, Asteya, Brahmacharya, and Aparigraha. Ahimsa is non-violence towards all living beings. Satya is being truthful at all times and under all circumstances. Asteya is non-stealing things that are not freely given to you. Brahmacharya is self-control and celibacy. Aparigraha is non-attachment from people, places, and things. Now you might be wondering, why are these important? Well, again, they help us live an ethical and disciplined lifestyle, along with the fact that when people above us follow these 5 Mahavrats, we can't do that today, because even if I walk from here to there, I'm killing microorganisms on the ground. That's ahimsa. So what we do is we follow anuvrats, which are smaller or fragmented parts of these Mahavrats. Now I'll be handing it over to Hridhan, who's going to be asking you some questions about these Mahavrats.
Jai Jinendra, everyone. Thank you, Ishaan, for the presentation about the 5 Mahavrats. And now I will be quizzing you guys to see if you guys are listening or not. Let's begin. Our first question is, which Mahavrat focuses on detachment from objects, people, and places? Like second row. That's correct. The Mahavrat that focuses on detachment from objects, people, and places is Avantika. Now our second question is, which Mahavrat is related to non-violence? I think you can just say this out loud. Yep, Ahimsa. Now for our third question, what is the exact meaning of Mahavrat? If you want to yell it out, you can.
It's a vow.
To sum it all up, the 5 Mahavrats build the ethical core of Jainism. These vows taken by Jain sadhus and Sanghvis are lifelong commitments to self-discipline and spiritual purity. By following these vows perfectly, we can reduce the accumulation of new karma and make our goal of moksha even closer to attain. As Ishaan said earlier, we follow the Mahavrats in a more manageable and modified way, known as the Anuvrats. Thank you, everybody, and I will now be passing it on to Parshwa. Jai Jinendra, everyone. My name is Parshwa, and now, as part of our current Anuyog learnings, we will explore the Jain universe. According to Jainism, the Jain universe is eternal, in an endless cycle of 6 ages, alternating between happiness and suffering. At the beginning of life, we all start out with complete happiness in the Sukham Ara, and gradually move through suffering and get to the complete unhappiness stage, otherwise known as Dukkam. This endless cycle continues on forever. In the 4th Ara, Dukkam Sukham, is where our 24th Tirthankara, Lord Mahavir, appears to guide souls towards liberation. If you look to the picture to our left, you can see the Jain symbol that represents the Jain universe. At the bottom, you see a hand with the wheel. This represents ahimsa, otherwise known as non-violence. Above that, you see the swastik, which represents the 4 rebirths: Dev, Narki, Manusya, and Tiryansh. Above that, you see 3 dots, which represent 3 jewels: right faith, right knowledge, and right conduct. You can also see the arc and the dot at the top, which represents Siddhishala, the ultimate place where liberated souls are. Together, this diagram illustrates both the universe's structure and the spiritual path to liberation. Thank you, and now Arisha will be giving you a quiz on this.
Jai Jinendra, everyone. My name is Arisha, and thank you, Parshwa, for that insightful talk on the Jain universe. Now, let's do a little quiz and see how much everyone knows. So, my first question for everyone is, what does Sukham represent in the Jain time cycle?
Happy era. Or
That is correct. The main answer is, Sukham represents a time of eternal happiness and peace. During this time, life is calm and harmonious, and the world is at its best, and people live without suffering. Now, my second question is, what does the hand and wheel symbol represent in the Jain universe? Yes, correct. The main answer is ahimsa and non-violence. It also represents, and it tells us that it helps us and understand kindness and compassion should help guide the way we act every day. My last and final question for everyone is, why is the swastika an important symbol in Jainism? You can shout it out.
it represents the 4 yonis that you take birth in.
Yes.
The Narki, the
4.
Dev, the Manusya, and the Triyan.
Yes, it represents life and rebirth. It helps us understand that life is not just a single moment, but a journey that continues over time. And how we act now can affect our soul's path in the future. Thank you, everyone, and I'll give it over to Kashvi to talk about Karm 3 and Moksha.
Hi everyone, Jai Jinendra. My name is Kashvi Jain. So now we are in the last Anuyog, which is Dravya Anuyog, which is pure and ultimate truth. As a part of it, I will be talking about Karm theory and the concept of moksha. In Jainism, every living being has a soul, which we call a jiva. Naturally, this soul is completely pure and is supposed to have infinite knowledge, happiness, and energy. But in our everyday lives, we do not always experience this. Why? Because of karma. Karma isn't just about good or bad actions. In Jainism, karma is actually made up of tiny physical particles which get attached to our soul due to our words, thoughts, and actions. When this karma builds up, it traps us in the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. In Jainism, the main goal is to break this cycle and attain moksha. To attain moksha, we need to remove all our attached karma. But to do this, we need to realize what's holding us back. There are 8 types of karma affect the soul. The first is Jnana Varnya Karma, which blocks the right knowledge. The second is Darshana Varnya Karma, which blocks our perception. The third is Mohaniya Karma, which causes attachment and illusions. The fourth is Antraya Karma, which creates obstacles in our daily lives. The fifth is Nam Karma, which decides our physical body and appearance. The sixth is Gotra Karma, which decides our social status. The seventh is Vednya Karma, which controls if we experience pain or pleasure. And the last one is Ayu Karma, which decides our exact lifespan. Once all of these 8 karmas are removed, our soul can reach moksha, which is the main goal in Jainism. Thank you. Now I will be handing it off to Sia for questions.
Jai Jinanda, everyone. Thank you, Kashvi, for that insightful lesson on Karm theory and its path towards moksha. Now, to make sure that we've all captured these important lessons, I have a few questions for everyone to see how well we understand the 8 karms. For my first question, I want you to look at it through this lens. We're all born into different situations, some in big families, some in small ones, some in wealthy homes, and some in humble ones. Which karma from the previous slide decides the status or the family that we are born into? Yes, that's right. Gotra karma is like the address that our soul is sent to. It reminds us that while we can't choose where we start, we can choose how we act from today onwards. Now for my next question, I want you to imagine that you are wearing glasses and they're totally fogged up and you can't see the path ahead of you clearly. Which karm is acting like that fog, blocking us from seeing the true reality? No. Yes, that's right. Darshana, just like clearing off that fog, lets us see the road ahead of us clearly. Clearing our Darshana Varnya Karma allows us to perceive the absolute truth of our universe. Now for my final question, I want you to imagine that you're playing a video game and you're doing everything right, but the controller keeps lagging or the game glitches right before you win. In real life, when we try to do these good deeds, but we keep glitching or keep getting hurdles in our path, which karma is responsible?
Antray karma.
Yes, that's right. Antray karma creates those frustrating hurdles, but Jainism reminds us that we should stay calm and we should stay patient and follow our life with good deeds. Thank you, and now I'll be passing it off to Yog, who will be asking some questions. Jai Jinanda Nichapati.
Jai Jinendra, everyone. My name is Yog, and today I'll be asking you a quiz. The story of Bhagwan Mahavir and Gautam Swami is an example of which anayog? Yes. Karm's story about Bhagwan Mahavir and Gautam Swami is an example of Patanayog, which inspires the teachings and leads us to a path to moksha. Second question. Is the Jain swastik and the symbol used in World War the same? No. Correct. The Jain swastik symbol is a sacred symbol, which shows the life of different paths, and also reminds us to go through moksha. And the Nazi symbol, used in World War, is not the same, as it is used in a more harshful way. Last question. Which anayog is the most important? This is a trick question. All the anayogs are important. There are 4 anayogs in Jainism. Pratanayog, Charanayog, Ravanayog, and Dravanayog. Pratanayog is something kids would like. It's something with stories that teaches you. And who doesn't like stories that teach you? The second one, Charanayog, is laws and conduct. So for people who like do's and don'ts, fairness, equality, Charanayog is your thing. The third one, Ravanayog, that one is universe and logic. If you like facts, you like learning about the universe and gaining more info, that's your thing. And last but not least, we have Dravanayog. That one is deep philosophy. So if you like finding out about yourself, finding out about the world, or just finding info, that's another Anayog. But the moral is, all of the Anayogs are important and can be used in your daily lives every day and help you as you grow. Now I'm going to be passing the mic to Shaili.
Hi everyone, I'm Shaili, and today we learned about our journey in Jainism by learning about the 5 Mahavrats, the 4 Anayogs, the Karma theory, and the Jain universe. These teachings can help us understand that our actions can help shape our karma and the journey of our soul. By learning about the 5 Mahavrats, it can guide us to live with non-violence, honesty, truthfulness, self-discipline, and non-violence. By following the path shown by Bhagwan Mahavir, we can understand that, by following the path shown by Bhagwan Mahavir, we understand that we can
Shaili.
By following the path shown by Bhagwan Mahavir, we can actively reduce our karma and move towards spiritual growth. Ultimately, Jainism reminds us that every single thought, word, and action matters. If we practice kindness, self-control, and compassion in our daily lives, we move one step closer to our ultimate goal of moksha.
Thank you everyone. And James and
One second. Come closer. Come closer. A little bit closer, please. Yeah. Thank you. You too. Come closer. Thank you.